Hello everyone, this is Mario. Welcome to my channel and to stage 11 of La Vuelta 2019 in Pro Cycling Manager. So after the individual time trial in the previous stage, which if you haven't seen, I really recommend you to do so. It was a really defining moment for the current state of the GC. Primoz Roglic really managed to extend his lead in the GC. He now has almost 2 minutes over Alejandro Valverde and already more than 4 minutes over Jakob Fuglsang, who keeps the third position despite losing a lot of time in the previous stage. So today we have another one that really suits Alejandro Valverde, but after the efforts made in the previous stage, I don't really think I'm going to force the win by him. I will try to be as conservative as I can, but if the opportunity presents itself, I will try not to miss the chance of taking another stage win with Alejandro Valverde. So the riders are now departing for stage 11, and today I have quite a few riders on a poor race day condition. Nairo Quintana is one of them with a -1, Marc Soler on a -2. Imanol Erviti is on a +3. I'm going to try to put him in the breakaway today. He was in the back of the peloton in the beginning of the stage. It's not ideal, but let's try to get him to the front and put him in the breakaway if possible. So as I said, I don't really want to waste a lot of energy with my team leaders today, because in the next two stages we have some important moments for the GC. And so in today's stage we have 13 riders in the front, two a bit ahead of a group of 11 riders, but Caja Rural is not really letting the breakaway gain a big advantage. I'm sure that they want to put one of their riders in the breakaway, and they are trying to get the gap closer so they can then attack. Of course, this is really being tough for some of the riders. We already have a rider dropping from the peloton. Max Walscheid is already behind, so it's going to be tricky for him now. And I'm here, well, actually I tried to maintain position with Erviti now, and he got dropped a bit. So in the front we have Thomas de Gent, Dani Navarro, Sam Bewley, also Godon, Benjamin Thomas, Jan Barta, Will Barta, sorry. Also Damien Touzé and Bagué. Then we have Luis Angel Mate, Cyril Bart, Esquerra, Imanol Erviti and Yetzebol. Behind, still Caja Rural pacing really hard. I don't really know what the point is in this. They should just try to attack with one of their riders and try to get to the front. And this is absolutely insane. Caja Rural is still pacing hard. There are only a few riders now in the front of the race. Many of the riders in the initial breakaway already got dropped and assimilated by the peloton. So I don't really know if they are going to keep this up or if they will eventually quit. And in the front, we have attacks for the mountain points. It's a category 3 climb. I'm not going to do that to go for the points with Imanol Erviti. We have Yetzebol is the best placed rider in the mountain classification from the riders in the breakaway. He's on 14 points. Luis Angel Mate is going to be the second one here, and Imanol Erviti is actually third. So yeah, Yetzebol is now on 17 points, still 8 behind Marc Soler. And so finally, after, I don't know what, maybe 40 kilometers, Caja Rural finally quit on trying to get one of their riders in the breakaway. Yeah, they didn't get anyone there. The breakaway group is completely shattered, if we can even call this a group. Jorge Arcas was almost dropped from the peloton. He managed to survive just by little. I have now Erviti in the front with Yetzebol and Luis Angel Mate. Cyril Bart and Thomas de Gent are approaching. And also Godon is going to, I don't know, maybe he's not even going to be able to get to the front. but the pace finally dropped in the peloton, with Tony Martin now leading the peloton. And 2.5 kilometers from the start of the ascension to Col d'Oskish, or Oskik, I don't really know how to say this, finally Godon managed to get back to the front, so we now have 6 riders almost 3 minutes ahead of the peloton, but with the effort they had to make in the beginning, it doesn't really look promising for them. And as soon as the climb begins, Godon is dropped again, so yeah, it's the end of the breakaway for him today. And with the peloton pacing really hard once more, I'm about 1 kilometer from the top of the climb with Imanol Erviti in the breakaway. I'm again not going to, well, maybe I do need to go a bit faster here so that I don't lose a lot of time to the other riders that are going for the KOM points. Luis Angel Mate is the first, Thomas de Gent follows, and then Jetse Bol is third. So Bol is now on 18 points, still a bit far from Marc Soler. And so after the climb, I'm not being able to close the gap to the riders in the front. I cannot force the pace a lot with Erviti. So my decision is to just drop him back to the peloton and try to be more useful there, as his efforts in the breakaway are not leading anywhere today. And so with about 56 kilometers to go, the riders in the breakaway are now starting the ascension of Col d'Ispegui. It's a 7.6 kilometer long climb at a 7% average, and only 1 minute, with only 1 minute separating the breakaway riders from the peloton. I really don't think that they are going to be the ones at the top of the climb in the front of the race. So maybe I should, actually some of my riders are dropping a bit, so I need to increase the effort. This is being a really tough stage. The pace has been really strong. So let me try to get to the front with Marc Soler with about 5 kilometers to go still, so that he can try to fight for the KOM points if we get to the breakaway riders, which is the case. The riders in the breakaway are just about to be cut now. So I'm still trying to get Marc Soler to the front of this group. It's not easy. The pace by Astana is incredibly hard, but Soler is now in the front of the group. So let's drop the pace a bit. 75, 1 kilometer to go in this climb. Can we take, well, Mikel Nieve is attacking. Let's try to follow his attack. And now, I cannot go as strong as I wanted. Let's try to attack now and take the points here. And yes, we go before Mikel Nieve in this one. So Marc Soler will increase his lead in the mountain classification after this climb. Now 2 points ahead of Mikel Nieve, 6 ahead of Primoz Roglic. And so we are now about to start the climb to Col de Ochondo. It's a 5 kilometer long climb at 5% average. It's not the hardest of climbs, but if the pace keeps as strong as it was in the previous ones, it's surely going to leave some riders behind. I will try to keep Valverde and Quintana in the front here. They are being protected by Marc Soler and José Joaquín Rojas, but the pace is so hard, with Fabio Aru pacing at the front, working for his teammate Tadej Pogačar. So let's see if I can keep up here. I won't do any attacks on this one. If I make any attacks in this stage, it's going to be on the final non-categorized hill. So let's just try to survive with Valverde and Quintana on this one. So 1 kilometer to go now, and well, with the pace stopping now, let's go with Valverde actually to try to collect the mountain points with him here. No one else is contending, so Valverde is the first one at the top of this climb and takes 3 points, I think. And so with 12 kilometers now to go, we are in a 34 riders group. So it's a strong chance for Valverde to take the win in this one. 11 kilometers to go now. I will try to put him on the wheel of José Joaquín Rojas and pacing at the front, and I will actually put Quintana in, I don't know what I should do with him, maybe efforts 95 to keep in the front. and then I will probably try to attack with Rojas, or pace hard with Rojas, so that Valverde can take the stage win. 8.2 kilometers now to go. We have Davide Formolo attacking now, so let's try to follow this with Rojas and Valverde on his wheel, and try to pace with Quintana here. Rojas is now being dropped. Let's try to pace with Valverde. No, but let's follow actually on the wheel of another rider, of Dylan Teuns maybe. He's one of the strongest contenders for the stage today. Nairo Quintana is being dropped a bit. How is this going to work? 5 kilometers to go, and we are now at the top of the climb. Let's use the energy gel now, drop the pace with Quintana. Let's actually put him on automatic. And I will put Valverde on the wheel of Rojas now and try to go to the finish line. 3.7 kilometers to go. Let's increase the pace with José Joaquín Rojas, and then try to go. Let's actually go 99 now with him. Valverde on his wheel. And let's start sprinting with Rojas now, and let's go with Valverde also. It's a bit of a downhill, and oh, Wood pulls in the front. I didn't see that. He takes the stage win. How did I miss that? Valverde is second, so it's still good. He gets 6 seconds of bonus. Davide Formolo is third, and Nairo Quintana finishes 10th. Oh, I really missed the attack by Wood Pulls. Where did he come from? Oh, and I must have been looking elsewhere on the screen, and Wood Pulls attacked. He took the stage win with that attack. I would have won the stage if I managed to spot that. So it's a win for Team Ineos, courtesy of Wood Pulls. He attacked late. I still don't know where he made the attack. I will have to watch that when I'm editing the video. But he took the stage win ahead of Valverde and Davide Formolo. In the GC, Primož Roglic now sees his lead decreased by a few seconds. He's now 1 minute and 50 ahead of Alejandro Valverde. Valverde took 6 seconds for his second place finish in this one. In the mountain classification, Marc Soler is now the sole leader, 2 points ahead of Mikel Nieve. Alejandro Valverde takes back the lead in the points classification after this one. He is now on 125 points, 4 ahead of Primož Roglic. There were no changes in the young rider classification after today. Tadej Pogačar still leading ahead of Miguel Angel Lopez, and Astana is still the leader in the team classification. I'm a bit disappointed with this one. I could have easily taken the win with Alejandro Valverde, but I didn't really see where Wood Pulls attacked. I don't even know if it was before the top of the climb or if it was in the downhill. If it was in the downhill, it's the first time I see the AI being smart enough to do an attack in a downhill. So all the merit goes to Wood Pulls. I took second with Alejandro Valverde. It's not a stage win, but it still takes 6 seconds for the GC, which is quite important. And also, with this second place, it takes back the green jersey for the points classification. So now looking at the next stage, it's another hilly stage, but this one might actually lead to a few gaps between the GC contenders, mainly because of this final climb. It's only a category 3 climb, 2.2 kilometers only, but at an incredible average of 11.9%, with a max slope of 16.3%. So it's a kind of Mur de Huy, which is a place where Alejandro Valverde really feels comfortable. So once more, I will try to win the stage with him. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this stage. I was expecting a really quiet stage, but in the end, it turned out to be quite intense. The pace was always really high. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please click the like button. Also, please comment below and tell me where you think I failed on this one. I'm pretty sure that you may say that I failed by not spotting the attack by Wood Pulls. Also, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel. I really value the support coming from you guys, and I hope to see you all next time for stage 12 of La Vuelta 2019 in Pro Cycling Manager. Bye!